Markets are in turmoil. Everything is shifting. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to get wiped out. This is about the greatest bubble. And for those of you with a 401k or hoping for retirement or playing golf for the rest of your life, you better pay attention. Because I think, and a lot of other people think, the biggest stock market crash is on us now. What is going on in the world right now has never happened in the history of the world. I mean, I knew our leaders were screwed up, but not this screwed up. So the crash is bigger than I thought. So in March of 2020 was the biggest crash in world history of the stock market, but nobody knows anything about it because everybody's quarantined at home. So people are missing out on one of the biggest catastrophic cash heists in the history of the world. They don't even know what's happening. Now, the good news is I'm going to make a fortune. This is the best time if you're ready for it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, as many of you may have known, I posted on Twitter the other day because YouTube has stopped me from being able to post on my channel due to sexual content and nudity. Since then, the issue has been resolved. But ladies and gentlemen, what's very real here is that a complete fire has been lit under my ass. You guys would not believe the level of motivation I have back sparked under me. And the reason is because I now understand, after having this happen for the second time, as well as numerous other things happening in my life, that everything can be taken from you with the snap of a finger. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make myself clear. I read every single one of your comments under this post, and I genuinely love every single one of you for your support. The inner bull in me wanted to be a little bit of a savage and actually get banned for some sexual content and post some bearable balls on this page, but I'm not going to do that. There's a bigger mission at play here. Like I said before, I'll say again, I'm genuinely here for the world to be guided into the new 1% for the greatest wealth transfer in human history, and it's about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been experiencing one of the most cataclysmic, capitulative events in the crypto market, the stock market, all financial markets. Everyone's going brokety broke. But this is the point I have to make. From Tyler Ape Durden on Twitter. This is the chart of the day, and this is very thought-provoking. One of your most valuable tools as a trader or investor is to be aware of the mainstream media's role in the circus. They're A, full of shit, and 2, on the payroll. Here, March 12th, 2020, during the health crisis crash throughout all markets, the number of daily news articles mentioning bear market were at an all-time high. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, it was about 6,000 daily articles screaming for a bear market. And here, during one of the nastiest crashes we've seen, here it says it's close to 4,000 daily articles screaming for a bear market. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I have to remind all of you is that Federal Reserve officials completely took profits at the exact peak. But one thing that gives me confidence that we will be in for a rebound during the next couple months is the fact that Congress is still in this market. I told you before and I'll tell you again, I may be the only bull standing. And that's why there's a bearable in front of my name. While there's been massive pain, that means there's been massive opportunity. The best opportunity for everyone to have retired in the crypto market recently was March 2020. And that's the reason I am where I am today and financially free. Now is yet another opportunity for all of you to free yourselves, and you should not be afraid of it. Take the bull by the horns, no pun intended, and watch what'll happen in just a couple months. you'll be shocked at the progress you can make. And all I'm here to do is to give you all the motivation to take the damn action. Now guys, with that in your minds, I also have to show you this from Goldman Sachs. According to Goldman, retail investors have sold all of the stocks that they bought in the past 2 years. Guys, what does that mean? Whenever retail investors are so unattracted to buying stocks or putting money in, that is typically when we make the most money. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I do have to say is I have posted 10 stocks on my OnlyFans down in the description below that I purchased at great entry points, and they are still at great entry points for all of you. My apologies for not having posted this a couple days ago, but it's there now for all of you if you're interested. Keep in mind that retail investors are always wrong, and that's why right now I'm so bullish on the markets as a whole. That does not mean there will not be the biggest financial collapse in human history like I have predicted. It just means that, in my opinion, we're still a little bit further out before it all happens. Health crisis. Another health crisis happening now. Mass inflation. Invasion in Ukraine. We have a food shortage upon us. Cyber attacks will be upon us as well. All of these are compounding to be the biggest financial catastrophe that will ever happen. There's a reason why I play Robert Kiyosaki's warning as the introductions to my videos. And it's because of that. You can take advantage, but learn how they manipulate you. Today's June 1st, 2022. And Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan says there's a hurricane coming for the US economy and that you better brace yourself. And while that is obvious, I believe this is one of the media's manipulation tactics to get you out of markets before they send it one more time and then collapse it on all of our heads. Bull markets end in euphoria, not in fear. Right now there is still mass fear. We have not seen our blow off the top euphoria yet, especially for the altcoin market. But what I do want to point out when it comes to the altcoin market is how the technologies are beginning to fail. Solana's blockchain halted for 4 hours today. What an abomination. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why the Flare network is taking their sweet ass time to launch, because they don't want any halting of Flare or Spark tokens. So while people may be frustrated that Flare network has been delayed time and time again, you better be happy we're not Solana. Flare network, once launched, will be the most revolutionary technology in the crypto market right now, unlocking the value for all ecosystems. What I have to remind all of you is we'll be getting it 100% for free if we add XRP at the time of the snapshot. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not believe Flare Network would schedule that airdrop during a bad environment for the crypto market. And I personally believe that by July 4th, the crypto market will be a lot healthier than what it is now. That would mean prices will be slightly higher. And while there are no guarantees, and I'm only speculating, that is what I believe to be the case. But ladies and gentlemen, on a real note, I have live footage of what happened when Luna 2.0 launched. I showed you guys that to tell you all this. Luna, Solana, in my opinion, are failed technologies. That is why us, the XRP investor, we have made the decision to invest in the best technologies that may not have seen the best price action yet. XRP and Hedera are my two main horses, along with things like Stellar Quant. The list goes on. A lot of these tokens have not reached all-time highs yet or are still suppressed within the top 100 of coin market cap. But what all of you need to understand is the growth in this asset class will be astonishing. And before I can continue with anything else, I have to remind all of you the biggest reason for why crypto is going to rise from the ashes of this recent crash. Janet Yellen, U.S. Treasury Secretary, admitted that saying inflation was merely transitory was a mistake, and they were wrong to downplay inflation. Now, everyone's struggling, and the Fed is trying to raise rates to combat inflation. But I don't know what's going to happen because they need to keep inflation going. They're either going to crash land the entire economy right now, or they're going to allow inflation for a little while longer, and that'll mean a rise in asset prices one more time. Guys, these are the most difficult moments in financial history to project. But one thing I'll tell to all of you is that we own solutions to multi-trillion-dollar problems. We will be godfathered into the new 1% based on the investment decisions we've made right now. And while that is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor, you should still follow that anyway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. Here, we have Rosie Rios, the former U.S. Treasurer under Barack Obama, whose name is on 99% of all American money on the planet right now. She is giving a big shout out to Ripple and XRP in her keynote speech. And what I have to remind all of you is, while prices are low and things may look a little bleak, remember it's people with the magnitude of Rosie Rios's connections that are behind our investment. Our fundamentals are stronger than ever before, and your confidence should be as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics, the future of investments, the future of money, and specifically cryptocurrencies. I'm going to start with a little bit of my background. I am a trained analyst. After graduating from Harvard, my first job was a commercial property underwriter for General Reinsurance. So I am trained in managing high-valued risk. Prior to becoming Treasurer of the United States, I was Managing Director of Investments for a $22 billion firm based in San Francisco. And I was asked by President Obama to be part of the Treasury transition team at the height of the financial crisis. As you heard, I was the longest Senate-confirmed official in the Obama administration. And yes, it is my name on the lower left-hand side of U.S. money. So out of the approximately $2 trillion of U.S. currency in circulation worldwide, my name is approximately on 1.8 trillion. So I can honestly say that no one has made more money than I have. And I want to start by saying I'm also on the board of Ripple, which is XRP, cryptocurrency. But I want to make something very, very clear. Blockchain is here to stay. The train has left the station. You're going to hear me quoted about that all the time. As far as I'm concerned, whether it's fractional real estate, whether it's art, whether it's NFTs, blockchain is not going away. So the question is, how do we take advantage of this?
Another point you've made, and this is, I think, particularly relevant 10 years into a bull market, is that I think you said more money has been lost anticipating a downturn than actually in the downturn. Can you explain?
Well, obviously, the market's gone up tenfold since I stopped running Magellan. So you make more money on the upside. The market's going to be a lot higher in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Trying to predict the market is really a waste. I don't know what it's going to do. It can go down. When I ran Magellan, 13 years, it declined 10% or more, 9 times the market.
Wow.
I had a perfect record. I went down more than 10% every time. Wherever the market went down, I went down more. But over the long term, the upside is more than the downside. So you're going to say to yourself, do I need the money in the next month? Do I need the money in the next year? Do I have kids going to college? Do I have a wedding coming up? Then you're a bad investor. If you can keep putting money in, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 year, you should do well.